In 2011, the international community agreed at the High-Level Forum on Aid Effectiveness, how to make development cooperation more effective. Now we assess progress to the commitments. Where are we now? Where do we want to be? And what do we need to do differently to get us there? These are all important questions if we are to keep our promise to reduce poverty by the internationally agreed goalposts of 2015 and beyond. The global partnership brings together all development actors around 4 key principles, and the monitoring framework was set up to hold ourselves accountable for putting these principles in practice. Framework measures progress against 10 indicators. This is truly a global process. It reflects the quality of development cooperation in 46 developing countries, with 77 providers of development cooperation, including countries and organizations. So what do the results show? Firstly, ownership. The framework aims to measure the percentage of cooperation funding that is actually recorded on a government's budget, the use of national systems by cooperation providers, and untying of aid by donors. Indicator 6 shows some success in this area. Globally, the percentage of scheduled development cooperation funding recorded in national budgets went up from 57% to 64%. Of the 46 countries, 7 have met their target. But governments also record funding in budgets beyond what is planned by providers, illustrated by the red bars. On the whole, data for individual countries show big differences. Indicator 9 shows that cooperation providers are still not consistently using country systems, even in countries where the quality of such systems is moderate or strong. Since 2010, the use of country systems has remained at the level of 49%. But this story varies between countries. Indicator 10 shows a positive global story on untying of aid, yet the picture at the national level varies, with some countries experiencing notable setbacks. Secondly, inclusive partnerships. The framework measures engagement of civil society organizations and the private sector. Despite examples of improved legislation and institutions to facilitate the work of CSOs, they face restrictions in many countries. Inclusiveness is also about development, benefiting all. Indicator 8 looks at whether governments are tracking spending for gender equality. 35 countries have chosen to report on this pilot indicator. This shows commitment. 17 countries have systems in place to track spending. 12 of them make public their allocations on gender equality. Several other countries are well on their way. Thirdly, the framework measures transparency of information on development cooperation funding, the predictability of such funding, and the existence of national frameworks to jointly review progress. Indicator 4 measures transparency through 3 dimensions: the availability of timely, comprehensive, and forward-looking information on development cooperation flows. Some providers are already delivering timely, comprehensive, and forward-looking data, and this shows that it is technically possible. Others are doing well against 1 or 2 dimensions. Yet a quarter of providers do not provide any forward-looking information through existing global reporting systems. Indicator 5 measures if developing countries receive the promised funds as well as information on future funding. There has been some progress in the predictability of development cooperation funding, up from 79% to 84%, but the picture at country level is complex. Many countries continue to face the situation where some providers disperse more and others less than planned. The indicator also looks forward to see how much information providers give countries to plan over 3 years. By year 3, information available covers only half of estimated funding. Indicator 7 shows that 27 of the 46 countries have mutual progress reviews in place. but many countries need to be better at involving non-government stakeholders in the process. At this point, there are 3 key areas we need to focus on to reach our target by 2015. First, make the vision of inclusive partnerships a reality. Second, strengthen national institutions and frameworks to support local ownership by using them. And third, make sure that we provide more timely and forward-looking information that meets developing countries' needs and improves the predictability of development cooperation. This is a very ambitious agenda. We know what needs to be done and how to do it. So let's make it work.